Hi, this is Dalia MK at Law 2.0 Conference Dubai, Winter 2022, and I have with me Mr. Jash J. Dalia, who is a legal counsel for Office of Advocate Jash J. Dalia, who is a first-generation lawyer. That is advocate. I'm sorry. Thank you so much for being here, and he was already awarded, recognized for his work over here by honor of leadership. That is, he received an award for outstanding leadership. That means he's doing the right thing. Thank you so much for being here. First of all, tell us about your company, tell us about your work, and how do you think you are making a difference?
Thank you, Talia, so much. So, I am a first generational lawyer, but I have thought of it a little outside the box where I have not limited myself to just one setup. I have my own office, which is the office of Advocate Jash Dalia. I'm a partner in a law firm, Palladium Legal. I'm also on a retainer with another law firm based in India. Uh, and I'm also simultaneously working on a legal tech portal, which is hopefully going to impact lives in the future positively. I believe so. And that is something which is not going to be limited to India, but that's going to be on a global interface, which we'll be speaking about soon. So I really do believe uh, I am not the conventional lawyer who's waited for years to reach a particular platform, but who's started with it from the get-go. Thank you.
I think the people who are first generation lawyers, they are the true passionate one, because when you have a father or a grandfather in the field, then you're like, yeah, we have to do it. But when you're first generation lawyer, I think it is difficult. It is a hard struggle and a path, but also the passion is twice as the other ones. That is applaudable for you. Just tell us, as you said, you were talking about your services are not only available in India, but they're available outside. Tell us, when you started off, how did you make the connection, how the clientele was getting the services, how it all started for the outside clientele?
So, thank you. So, the thing is, as we all know, especially in India, the law is very strict for lawyers. Like, we are not allowed to solicit ourselves, and we don't really go into those angles. But there are portals that help you network. LinkedIn is an excellent mechanism whereby you have a good profile and you don't realize the number of and the kind of people who are watching it. It so happened one of my largest global client got in touch with me through a LinkedIn message, personal message, and we hit it off from there. More so, there are some portals that integrate lawyers with their potential customers. Now, those are very important because that's not limited just to India, but they are limited with people across the globe who have problems in India or outside who need the right kind of consultancy. So I've been fortunate enough to be part of a few such portals, and that's gotten me the right kind of clientele also. It's important because as a first generational lawyer, you don't really have a direction, but you have to make your own direction. You have to keep striving to many ways, and you never know what clicks, basically.
As you mentioned it already, I was about to ask you, you are the first generation and you are the new person in a field of law. How are you able to, what are your factors which makes you unique that the new client can trust you to ask for your service? What is your that one it factor?
So, prior to starting my own practice, not so long ago, I was part of a law firm for a considerable amount of time. Now, that really taught me the ethos of how the legal practice could go forward. And I thought to myself, how can I differentiate myself? Was really by providing the right kind of service for the right kind of client and being dynamic enough. In law, we have many people who keep asking, how much would you charge for this? Now, generally, people will have an answer for that. I'll not have the answer. I'd rather understand the problem and to be dynamic enough to be able to bring the solution to you and then charge accordingly. I think that really is something which has worked for me personally.
That is good, and because by listening to the problem, by understanding the client, you will be able to tell the budget so that the person can take your help and help themselves as well. So when you talk about law and when you talk about all of these things, which topic is very, beside all of this, close to your heart as being a lawyer, which you would like to in future change or make a difference in?
Well, rather not just make a difference in, but a topic which has actually made a difference to my life has been technology. Because I've always been passionate about technology, and fortunately enough, law enables technology within it. especially since the pandemic struck. Law has really, lawyers, judges, the entire legal fraternity, clientele also have started to understand the infusion of technology and how that's made a difference. And I really want to strive forward. As I said, my portal is going to strive forward to integrating law and technology even further to make it more accessible and enable.
So you're not only here for an award, you are being recognized for your accomplishment, and that is a huge deal because you're not getting recognized in a same country or in a same scenario, but in the profession, in the place where professionals of different categories are here, from different world are there. Tell us what has been your learning and networking experience by meeting all of this or being in the conference has been.
Interesting story, and I really need to thank 2.0 for this. I got married a day prior to coming for the conference. Yes, and both of us, I will say that. She's a digital marketer. I'm a lawyer. The benefit of such a global conference was she was able to access her marketing conference. I was able to attend my lawyer conference. When time came, I was able to attend her marketing conference. When time came, she was able to attend my lawyer conference. And there were times when we both attended a third conference altogether. That really helped us open our minds to so many different things and meet such nice people. So, I mean, this was a great experience for us, both of us in that sense. Network and even outside of network.
That is good. Congratulations. Congratulations to you. As your first generation, so you have seen the struggle, you have been through the struggle. What one advice you would like to give people who are passionate but on the verge of to go ahead with this field or not to go ahead, who are the first generation lawyer? What one advice you'll tell them that yes, do it, and what not to do?
So, for any first generation lawyer who's trying to start on their own, it's as good as a business. Think of it as a business. You need to have the entrepreneurial spirit inside that. You need to take risks, but before taking such risks, you really need to strategize towards those risks. Like you need to have, you may not have an end goal, but you need to have certain means which may reach to wherever. You need to be flexible, but make sure you have some form or way or plans which you can keep executing. And you, because you'll never realize what clicks. Probably your plan A is never meant for you, but you will only come to know that when you practice your plan A. Thank you.
That is great. And if anybody would want to avail your services outside India or anywhere, or just wants to take an advice or wants to collaborate with you, how can anybody reach you?
Well, I'm always approachable on LinkedIn. People have reached out to me, and people will continue to reach out to me through personal messages. I've made a pretty decent profile, so once you go through it, you'll definitely come to know who I am and what I'm able to provide, what my firm is rather able to provide. And outside that, I'm available on social media and various platforms where the idea was to keep one accessible as much as possible. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your time. Congratulations on marriage, on award. So many things happening for you, and I hope it keeps growing. So, as you said, if you have a passion for something and you know you're good at it, I know not everybody will be a cheerleader or on your side or will be your backbone or support system. So, you need to be stubborn and adamant that you want to do it, and then good people will come along who wants to help you. And people like himself, he said that you can always come and take advice, and he's there to help and advise you or collaborate with you. Feel free to contact, and always remember to be kind and be helpful. This is Dalia MK signing off.